to provide written guarantees on the results. Go to ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com. That's ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com.
Listen up, folks. This is important. Alex Jones here. Now you can get free shipping on the storable, easy-to-fix, delicious food from eFoodsDirect.com from July 4th through July 14th. We have looming evacuations in the Southeast, unemployment insurance running out, and predictions of huge inflation. So we all need to get as much food as we can. Every one of you needs to buy as much storable food as possible. This is the perfect time to do just that with eFoods Direct and take advantage of their free shipping special. When you order from eFoodsDirect.com from July 4th through July 14th, every dollar you spend will buy the food, and eFoods Direct will pay for the shipping in the continental United States. This is Alex Jones wishing you and your family true independence this 4th of July with great food and free shipping through July 14th from eFoodsDirect.com. You can order on the website eFoodsDirect.com or simply call 800-409-5633. That's 800-409-5633 or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com/ship free. All right, we're going to go right back to our guest in studio, listening on the radio out there on the AM and FM dial, global shortwave, satellite, XM. You can also watch us live streaming video at prisonplanet.tv. Chris Emery, filmmaker, director, producer, living in Oklahoma City, known him for many years. And, of course, James Lane, also doing great work, both making a Oklahoma City film set to come out in the winter of this year. Okay, you were going over incredible information about Jolly and West and other tidbits, things that are documented on record but are so bizarre, it's where truth is stranger than fiction. Get into it. We've got a researcher, Wendy Painting, that has been uncovering these documents, and she's actually getting through information that the FBI hadn't even seen. It was actual records for the defense. And we've got a hold of Jolly West's resume. And I always suspect... That's McVeigh's doctor from the time he gets arrested to his execution. Yes. And I always suspected that there was some link with, mind control, psychological warfare. And sure enough, on the second page of his resume, we've got where he worked for the Tavistock Institute. Which is the top British mind control operation. And then, of course, he was in the MK Ultra 77 hearings as the number 2 man in the world in the MK Ultra program under Ewing Cameron. Right. And now this has Tavistock Institute has direct links back to when the Fabians absorbed the National Socialist science through Project Paperclip. So I mean, this guy was really the inheritor of that knowledge. And now he goes in to the location there in El Reno. Mm-hmm. In fact, guys, do a document cam shot of this. I'll keep going. And in El Reno, and what did the warden say there?
Well, the warden says he runs a clean operation. It was at the Federal Correctional Facility, a mile and a half from where Terry Ickey's body was found, by the way. And when he found out that there were hypodermic needles on McVeigh's tray, he says, that's it. I do not allow drugs. I don't allow paraphernalia, nothing in my prison. What's going on here? 2 weeks later, he was relieved. He was transferred to another facility. And that's how the Japanese created their mind control assassin ninjas, was drugs and sex. But please continue. Well, we see that they said that he was so drugged up, that McVeigh was so drugged up at that point that he would have admitted to assassinating Abraham Lincoln. Then Jolly West's protege took over after that, Dr. John Smith. Now, he is currently in psychiatric department at Guantanamo Bay. So, again, these guys, there's a constant... And they admit Guantanamo Bay has a CIA base on it where they do mind control study. Yeah. That's MSNBC. Yeah. Wow. Man, this is amazing. And there's transcripts that show where Jolly West is talking about working with Jack Ruby. I mean, he goes back that far. And the type of situation that Jack Ruby was going through and the mental stress that he dealt with, and comparing that with McVeigh. McVeigh showed signs of post-traumatic stress, Gulf War syndrome prior to being deployed. Dental visits. I mean, just an enormous number of dental visits in the military. That doesn't happen. What were they doing with this guy? Well, that's where they knock you out and you disappear a few days. Right. And it's enough to pose solid questions. Well, the state police, when he got pulled over, they said he was just... Charlie Hanger. Yeah, go over what a cop said. He was out of his gourd. He was surprised to see that McVeigh was packing heat, and he had several magazines of rounds on himself and in the car. But the peculiar thing about Charlie Hanger, a lot of folks don't realize, it was his day off. He's 62 miles outside of his precinct. What in the world is Charlie Hanger doing, zooming up I-35, going after
In fact, he wasn't chasing anybody in particular. He was just cruising, and he stopped McVeigh for a speeding violation. And then to find out his tag was off, he wasn't registered. There was a lot of things that certainly posed a lot of questions. Number one, Charlie Hanger wasn't supposed to be there. So that's a huge red flag right there.
No chemical residue on McVeigh at all. No explosive residue. They checked his ears and I mean, nothing.
And, of course, the feds have grabbed all these surveillance tapes, and FBI agents told the L.A. Times they've seen them. It shows McVeigh with these other men.
Sure.
So the feds have these tapes, but they're saying they don't exist.
How many tapes did they copy over?
580 tapes were actually copied and contracted for by the federal government. There were survivors that sued for 24. The FBI lied, said, well, they didn't exist. And they said, well, we lied, but here's another lie. So out of 580 tapes, there were 120 of interest, which means they had 3 copies of 120 tapes. That's 5 times more than the original amount that they...
But the local news talked to the FBI agents. They say there's one from right over the truck, and you can see John Doe number 2 and McVeigh, big as Dallas.
So all of these things, this body of information literally comes at us by accident or by people that are conscientious, sitting on it for several years, and they come and say, look, we need to get this out.
What do you make of all these people that were in prison with him and Terry Nichols and others with these signed affidavits that McVeigh was like, yeah, I was in Black Ops. We were setting up militias. I mean, that fits with the MO we had.
Their family was surprised. McVeigh's family was surprised. They said he worked for the government. He wrote the letter saying that, he was working for the CIA smuggling drugs in. So, I mean, they just assumed that he was Black Ops.
Now, this is on an FBI 302 witness statement. It's bona fide people. We're not pulling this stuff out of our ear. This is documentation. The federal...
Stay there. We got a long segment. I'm going to try to quit injecting points there. There's so many. But let's go over who McVeigh was. Let's go over what's admitted. I mean, this guy, and for all you Black Ops people out there, they're going to set you up too, okay? They enjoy burning you. Remember the Mayak report. They hate veterans. They hate cops.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. Listen up, folks. This is important. Alex Jones here. Now you can get free shipping on the storable, easy-to-fix, delicious food from eFoodsDirect.com from July 4th through July 14th. We have looming evacuations in the Southeast, unemployment insurance running out, and predictions of huge inflation. So we all need to get as much food as we can. Every one of you needs to buy as much storable food as possible. This is the perfect time to do just that with eFoods Direct and take advantage of their free shipping special. When you order from eFoodsDirect.com from July 4th through July 14th, every dollar you spend will buy the food, and eFoods Direct will pay for the shipping in the continental United States. This is Alex Jones wishing you and your family true independence this 4th of July with great food and free shipping through July 14th from eFoodsDirect.com. You can order on the website eFoodsDirect.com or simply call 800-409-5633. That's 800-409-5633 or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com/ship free.
The question is, where should the American people draw their line in the sand?
What have we got? A republic or a monarchy?
A republic is based on a constitution which protects minority rights.
Not democracy, not mob rule, 2 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner.
So they think they own our land, they think they own our water, children, our education, our money.
We have to define who we are and what we will tolerate.
Somebody's going to ask you what you did during the Patriot Uprising.
You have been warned.
We have the facts. We have the Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights. We have common law. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so excited to be able to offer you Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic. Tyranny is upon us, but liberty and the sleeping giant that is the American people is rising. A new tool in the info war. Don't
Tread on Me. Order it at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139 and support independent, patriotic Liberty films.
Come, you masters of war, you that build the big guns, you that build the death planes.
We're going right back to our guest with this intriguing information here in just a moment. But first, I want to tell you about Pure Water Freedom. PureWaterFreedom.com. If you want to affordably remove fluoride from your tap water, visit PureWaterFreedom.com. They have a full line of household fluoride filters. You can even remove fluoride from every water source in your home with a whole house fluoride system. They have a wide variety of filters to remove all types of toxins from your water, including shower and bath filters. All their filters are made in the USA. Check out their banners on Prison Planet and Infowars.com or go to PureWaterFreedom.com today to take control of your water